The weather right now on this Monday, and take a live look over at King Street in Boone as we're looking at a pretty nice day here in Boone. Sun's shining, cars are moving along, and it's dry as we've like to see right now, and those days are warming up as well. But many mountain counties, they're going to need to bundle up as we're going to get ready for a drop in temperatures. And let's get right over to Chief Meteorologist Tara Lane in the Pinpoint Weather Center. Tara, just how cold are we talking here later this week?
We are talking even some 30s showing up in the mountain communities too. It looks like by the end of the week coming up, staying above freezing here, it looks like. So thankfully not terribly cold, but definitely chilly enough. We're going to need some of the blankets and maybe some of the thicker coats too, the jackets, sweaters for people still recovering, obviously up there in the mountains. Getting to be that time of the year. However, on the other hand, today it still feels a little more like summer. We're actually running warmer than we were yesterday by some 5, even around 10 degrees warmer compared to yesterday, 24 hours ago up there in Salisbury. We've got 86 degrees right now, so pretty hot stuff for this time of the year. The wind is calm. The dew points, though, at least aren't terribly muggy, and that's a sign of the times. We have those lowering dew points and some of that drier air and lower humidity that's coming in for the rest of the week. Right now we've got 80, not quite as warm for you all in Statesville, and of course up in the mountains, nice and mild, comfortable, upper 60s and lower 70s, 84 in Monroe. We've got the mid 80s down in Lancaster, South Carolina. Front passing through, sliding off to the east, and we've got high pressure that's going to be building in, and that's that sinking air mass and keeping even the development of any significant cloud cover away from us and keeping things dry. More importantly to note for us here in the Carolinas over the next several days. And here's, you can see an indication of the cooler air filtering in. We've got those 60s and 70s, really not terribly far away. It's only 77 right now in Nashville, Tennessee, and we're going to be feeling some of those cooler temperatures by this time tomorrow, and in fact starting later on tonight as those temps tumble a little more. And you can see some of the drier dew points continuing to filter in. We've got those numbers in the 30s, 40s, 50s up to the north and west in the mountains and foothills. Still just a little bit on the humid side, but obviously not bad elsewhere. But we will stay on the muggy meter in the comfy to dry zone over the next couple of days and even after that here for the rest of this week and even heading into next weekend. So this is what we're going to be waking up to by tomorrow morning. Notice those low 40s up in the mountains and in some of the highest elevations, upper 30s in the forecast. We'll hit the low to mid 50s from Hickory, Statesville down to 52, 57 tomorrow morning. Cool and crisp around the Charlotte area and more mid to upper 50s off to the east. So those cooler days are ahead behind the front, staying dry all the while. And as meteorologist Brandon Lawson was telling you a little bit ago, Hurricane Milton direct impacts will remain to our south. We'll get a little bit of a breeze, some extra high thin wispy clouds toward the middle of the week, but that is it. Temperatures tomorrow, look at this. What a change from these past few days. About 10 degrees cooler, only reaching about 75 at 5 p.m. underneath lots of sunshine. Again, Milton is still roaming and gathering more strength in the Gulf of Mexico. I show you this here because this is a satellite imagery. Notice how some of those thicker clouds streaming all the way up through the peninsula of Florida, and we will just see some of those high thin cirrus clouds as it treks over Florida in the coming days. And you can see on future radar and future satellite imagery, that's about really the only thing we see. Not so much tomorrow. It's going to be nice and clear tomorrow, but we start to see a little bit of a veil of some of that high thin cirrus cloudiness rolling in from the south by the end of the day on Wednesday. Mountain forecast, yes, it looks great right on through the weekend. Look at all those sunny pictures. That is a nice sight to see. High temperatures mid to upper 60s, and there's those early morning lows ranging from the upper 30s to lower 40s. So a little chilly up there. 7-day forecast. We haven't seen this in a while. Just a totally dry stretch right into next week, Columbus Day, next Monday.